Fill your tank, save the zoo. Get in step, save the zoo. Check your tires, save the zoo. And go get pep, save the zoo. Putt-Putt, save the zoo. Putt-Putt, save the zoo. Putt-Putt, you've got to save the zoo. Putt-Putt, save the zoo. Putt-Putt, save the zoo.
Okay, what's going on, everybody?
Good morning, Mr. Baldini. Today's the opening of the Cartown Zoo.
I know, Putt-Putt, it's a bigger day. How would you and a Pepper like to take some zoo chow over there before they open?
Would we ever, Mr. Baldini?
Wonderful! Here you go. Now you make sure that you give it to Outback Al, the new zookeeper.
Don't worry. You can always count on me.
Good luck, Putt-Putt.
All right. Well, I'm not going to comment on Mr. Baldini's floating eyebrows. You know, at a certain point, it's just, okay, let's move on. Today, we're going to be looking at Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo. Basically the only Putt-Putt game I played as a kid. And probably the one that most people played if they played any Putt-Putt game. It was, I think, the best-selling one. And so it's the third game in the series, and they have now switched off of the pixel graphics of the first two to more of a hand-drawn art style for this and future games. So it's definitely a lot more sort of cartoonish. It's like playing a cartoon more than the first two games, which is probably a big part of why it had broader appeal. But otherwise, we're still playing as Putt-Putt. We still have Pep. We're still living in Cartown. But today is the opening of the Cartown Zoo. And boy, oh boy, does that zoo have some problems. We're going to get to it. The first thing that I want to point out, however, is there has been kind of a fundamental change in Putt-Putt's design. You may notice he no longer has car seats. Yes. So, perhaps internally they thought that they didn't want there to be any remnants that humans existed anymore or something like that. They just didn't want to. They fucked up in Goes to the Moon, and they're like, okay, that's no good. We're bringing up too many questions we don't want to answer. So remove any evidence that there's ever been humans. So the cars don't need to have car seats. So now instead he just has a gaping cavity in his back, where everything just gets shoved. As far as within the universe, however, this is some sort of evolution. You know, the car seats were purely vestigial by the time we reached the first game. You know, the humans are not present. People are not riding around in these vehicles anymore. So, these cars are in a constant flux of evolution, I suppose, or perhaps he had them surgically removed. Maybe that's now a common procedure or something that a lot of cars are having done, because again, Putt-Putt, he doesn't need car seats. I mean, Pep probably would appreciate it, but he would rather have the space. There's another thing I noticed if we look at Mr. Baldini, if he comes out. He doesn't really seem to have...
Not yet, but I will, Mr.
You can also see this on Putt-Putt as well. There is no longer like a distinct door on the car. Like, he just kind of has this white stripe along the side of him with no distinct door. Again, it's an interesting question of if there's no downside to having a gaping cavity in your back to store things. I'm not sure why every vehicle wouldn't have it. We're not shown how Baldini carries things around or transports stuff, so we assume that he does. He's a big vehicle, so, you know, I have to imagine that's all hollow in there. So perhaps he can open something up to store stuff inside of him. We don't know. But beyond that, we can just click on a bunch of fun stuff. Yes. There's Freddy Fish.
Hey! It's a billboard for the Cartown Zoo. It can't be far now.
Yeah.
Wow. The Cartown Zoo. This looks great.
Yeah. We're gonna have a lot to rant about and stuff like that, talk about.
Hello.
So
Outback Al?
we'll just move along.
It's me, Putt-Putt. I'm here to deliver some zoo chow.
Why the entrance to the zoo has to have this sort of intercom and this gate, I don't know. There's no people here or anything like that. I assume eventually there'll be a car here to take for you can pay for your ticket and stuff.
Is this ever gonna be fun? Hi, Outback Al. I brought you some zoo chow.
Thank you, matey. You know, I'm glad you showed up. It's been quite a morning, all right. What with the zoo opening today, I've so much to fix. Bridges, boats, the works. But the worst of it is that some of the baby animals are missing. Can't find them anywhere.
Hey! I can look for the missing baby animals while you take care of the stuff that needs fixing.
Jackaroo, you're on! Of course, we can't open the zoo until they're all rescued, so I'm counting on you, Putt-Putt. Here. This should help you out. It's a list of everyone who's missing.
Baby Jumbo the elephant, Masai the giraffe, Kenya the lion cub, Zanzibar the hippopotamus, Sammy Seal, and Little Skeeter the snake. I'll find them for you.
Good day and good luck, Putt-Putt. Well, I'm off to fix up the place.
See you later, Outback Al.
Okay, I mean, I would have preferred he had stayed for a moment so I could talk. He probably has one of the most unique designs of any vehicle, at least that we've seen so far, perhaps throughout the whole series. For some reason, he just has a massive, massive face that's not really built into the vehicle. I mean, you can look at these other, like the food cart car and the merchandise car here. They also have big faces because they're adults and Putt-Putt's a kid, and I assume eventually Putt-Putt would also grow into a large convertible with a bigger face, sort of like Mr. Baldini. But for some reason, Outback Al just has this massive, like, chin, and like, he even has, like, facial hair. But the other thing to note, a couple other things. One is that he actually wears a hat, which I think is perhaps the first instance we've seen of a vehicle wearing like a cosmetic item, like a piece of clothing. Although Mr. Baldini does have those floating eyebrows, which could be some other form of like cosmetic that he chooses to apply. We can also see that the merchandise lady has what looks like lipstick on and eyelashes. And Putt-Putt himself also has the floating eyebrows. I guess most of them do, except for her, she has the eyelashes instead. So obviously there's some cosmetic variability to each vehicle. Probably like sort of, you know, an aftermarket thing. Not a natural evolution, but these are just things that they have chosen to decorate themselves with, you know. The other thing is, Outback Al still had car seats. He did not evolve out of them, which leads me to believe, again, that it's more of a cosmetic, surgical choice. Putt-Putt chose to have the car seats removed because he rather has just the open space. Whereas Outback Al, for whatever reason, maybe he's an old-timer, maybe he still harbors more fond memories of humans or something like that, whereas Putt-Putt's a kid. He's like, why the fuck do I need these car seats? I don't. I just need a big gaping hole in my back. So Outback Al has not decided to remove his car seat. Yes. Interesting. So I don't know. I mean, he's just had a very unique
It's
design.
the map of the Cartown Zoo.
That is a pretty looking map. And he'll read out all...
Observation point.
Yeah, he'll read out all that shit. Okay. Oh, so the other thing. Okay. So fucking Outback Al is perhaps the worst vehicle, the worst entity to exist in this universe as far as competence is concerned. This motherfucker opens a zoo, and this is not a normal zoo. This is like a massive reservation. Look at the size of this thing. It has an entire Arctic region, which is some sort of technological marvel, you know, that they can just make this like miniature Arctic region. It has grasslands that extend for quite a ways, as we'll see, with a whole big watering hole and everything, and a jungle region. Like, the climatology technology available on display here is just mind-boggling, right? And this motherfucker decides to run the entire zoo by himself. And not only that, it's not really a zoo. Like I said, it's more of a reservation. There's no cages or anything like that. There's no, like, zookeepers, really. It's just like an open range for all these animals to just exist. To the point of, for most of the animals, we're not going to find them with their parents, like, in their respective regions. Like, the grasslands has the lion. We don't find the lion in the grassland, the baby lion. We find her in the jungle. So they can freely just move wherever we want. The hippopotamus is supposed to be in the jungle. We find him in the Arctic land, where presumably he could just fucking die. There's no cameras or anything. Outback Al has no idea where these baby animals are. I don't know who or what entrusted these animals to him, but he has completely screwed the pooch. No oversight whatsoever. No security whatsoever. No other zookeepers whatsoever. He's just like, yeah, fuck it. It's a zoo. It's a zoo, mate. It's insane. Not only that, the zoo is basically a death trap. Especially when you consider the fact that this is a zoo designed... This is opening day. This wasn't like zoo built by humans that he's just like taken over and like, okay. Because obviously if it was a zoo built by humans, there would be cages and things like that. No, this is a zoo built presumably by Outback Al or something, or maybe the aliens. I have no idea. But it's obviously like he's in charge of it, and he's opening it almost entirely for the perusal of cars, right? This is a car town zoo. So cars are going to be the primary customer. It's insane. It is a death trap. We're going to see multiple examples of just how fucking ridiculous this place is for cars to navigate specifically. And some of the choices are deliberate. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But yeah, Outback Al, insane levels of incompetence or hubris or just megalomaniacal malice, really. All right, let's go check out the food cart.
Hi, Putt-Putt.
Hi, Chuck Wagon.
Right.
I was wondering what you have to eat or drink.
Just what you see, Putt-Putt. Hot cocoa, cotton candy, and cheese squigglies.
Right, so presumably when the zoo's actually open to customers, there will be money involved, right? Like, again, I can't imagine the entire zoo is a government sort of subsidy, including all the caretaking of the animals, the food for the animals, maintaining the actual zoo itself, and the the walkways and all that sort of stuff. I can't imagine that's all paid for by the government, because that would be ridiculous. So presumably once the zoo actually opens, you'll have to pay to get in, and you'll have to pay for all this food. Now, they can't be imagining that much business, but I think Cartown is fairly small, although in Goes to the Parade, when we see that intersection with all the cars going through, it's like, seems really busy place, right? So I don't know. But yeah, there's one food cart, and he has just a few items out at once, but he can, as we'll see, very rapidly replace this. So let's just grab some cotton candy. So they're not charging Putt-Putt because he's helping out Outback Al. He's finding all the baby animals because Putt-Putt is the most competent car on the planet. So if anyone can do it, Putt-Putt can do it. So they're not going to charge Putt-Putt. He doesn't have any money. Don't ask him for any fucking money, all right?
I'll have some hot cocoa, please.
Good choice, Putt-Putt. I'll get it right away.
So, yeah, you can see some of these cars have...
On the house.
Yeah, it's on the house. They have a pretty high degree of,
Ooh, that's
kind of control over their anatomy and things like that. I would presume that he has his own antenna as well. Every car has an antenna that they can grab stuff with, but he also has control over this like spigot. He can also shuffle and move things along and replace stuff through his internal anatomy. So again, it's assuming that his entire body, most of his body, is a hollow cavity that contains countless amounts of cups and hot cocoa and cheese squigglies and stuff.
I'll have some cheese squigglies, please.
Excellent choice. Here you go. And you don't have to pay me a thing.
And we get a little...
I hear you're helping Outback Al to find the lost baby animals, Putt-Putt.
Yep, it's true.
That's just great. Well, I'll be rooting for you.
Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, so we get a little glimpse there of his internals. And let's go check out the merchandise lady. So, yeah, I mean, massive eyes, right? The lipstick, it's hard to say. It could just be a part of her physiology rather than being applied after the fact. It is like... Is it an identical color to her paint? I think so. I think the only way you can tell is just the outline. So maybe it's not actually makeup, but... Yeah, she does not have eyebrows. She gets eyelashes instead.
Well, if it isn't Putt-Putt, it's going to be quite a day. I can't wait until the zoo opens. I'll have so many fine gift items to sell.
Sell, see?
Gorilla salt
See.
and pepper shakers, souvenir hubcaps, even free cameras.
That's great, Patty.
Well, feel free to have a look around.
Thanks.
So, yeah, I guess another sort of clue here. Decorative hubcaps to be sold. Salt and pepper shakers, even though... I mean, yeah, they do eat human food. I mean, they got hot cocoa, cotton candy, and cheese squigglies, and they can... they season their food with salt and pepper. So they eat human food. Again, I don't know if this is some sort of vestigial thing of just some strong association with humanity, or if whatever granted them sapiens just sort of imparted that as well. I'm not sure. But they are selling all this, including hats. You know, cars, much like humans, like to decorate themselves with various accoutrements. They also have stuffed animals, I guess. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know if we're ever shown a car sleeping or their sleeping arrangements. Maybe in future games we see Putt-Putt in bed or something like that. I don't know. Or if they just park in the garage and I don't know. They just turn the key off. I don't know. We do now have a key. This wasn't in the first two games, so this actually lets you quit from here. They're also giving away free cameras.
Cool camera, Patty.
Take it, Putt-Putt. The cameras are free, one per customer. After all, it's opening day.
Yeah, so it's just an opening day special.
Patty.
Notably, she won't let Putt-Putt take anything else for free. Like, this is all paid stuff. It's not just free cheese squigglies. But the camera doesn't serve any functional purpose.
Hey, cheese.
for solving any puzzles or anything. It just lets you take pictures of most stuff, and then you get a collection of Polaroids at the and throughout. Anyways, that's about it. Let's head into the zoo proper. We did need the cheese squigglies and the hot cocoa, however. All right, so here you get to the main intersection of the zoo, where you can go to the Arctic land, go grasslands, or jungle land. I mean, just look at it. He has like, I mean, it's possible this is not real ice, but considering that the animals that live in Arctic land, obviously, it has to be a very cold environment, like the Arctic. Even though penguins live. Anyways, never mind. So let's head to grasslands first. I always go to grasslands first. Okay, here we get the biggest impression of just how fucking big the Cartown Zoo is. Look at that. It just stretches way off into the distance where there's like mountains and stuff. And this is a massive reservation. The Jungle Land also very, very big area, but this is just like, holy shit. Outback Al must be fucking loaded. We grab a free log.
Wow, I can see all of the grasslands. It's beautiful.
Yeah, see, even Putt-Putt is in awe. He went to the fucking moon, and he's in awe of how big the grasslands are. Now, we'll see here real quick that there are...
I hope my little girl comes home soon.
Yeah, the primary animals that we're concerned with do talk. They're sapient, they converse, they have emotions, blah, 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 blah. None of the other animals that aren't, or I don't think, none of the other animals that are major talk.
Oh, Masai. Oh, how I miss my Masai.
So it's hard to say. We come up here to... Okay, so here's the lions, and we can chat with the lions.
Baby cubby.
Yeah, they're missing their little lion cub. But we come up here to the elephant.
Stay away, you awful mouse. It's Baby Jumbo.
Baby Jumbo.
Save me, save me. I'm under attack by a giant mouse. A giant mouse? Yeah, he jumped out and scared me. Can you save me? Please. I'll try. Move, mousy, mousy, mousy. Go on, shoot. Oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to find some other way to get that mouse to move. Well, hurry as fast as lightning.
Now, this mouse, right? We have seen mice before in Putt-Putt, and we saw them actually, most startlingly, on the fucking moon as a family flying a spaceship. Here we have a mouse in the zoo. This doesn't really sit right with me when there are two elements here of the same species. One gets to live happy family life where they go into spaceships to visit the moon as tourists, and another mouse that has to live in the zoo. Now, granted, it's more of a reservation still, but he also does seem to be intelligent. He's standing on two legs, and he shook his head, and he's amused by fucking with the elephant. So perhaps he's some sort of criminal. It's possible. You know, this is some sort of like Escape from New York sort of situation where they've just thrown in random criminal elements. There can't be that many criminals in the Putt-Putt universe. But there's something obviously different about this mouse where other mice don't give a shit that, you know, individuals of their species are kept in a zoo. He's the only mouse in the game, I think, that we see. And we can obviously get rid of him with the cheese squigglies.
Fetch, little mousy. I mean, giant scary mousy.
Oh, thanks,
Putt-Putt. You're my hero. Oh gosh, baby Jumbo, it was nothing. Now you better hurry home to your mama. Mama? Mama! Mama, baby Jumbo's coming home. I still need to rescue 5 animals so the zoo can open.
It's hard to say, because, you know, there are a lot of animals in this universe. Yeah, and I think there's a good portion of them that just are not sapient. Pep is our biggest example. He does not talk. He's a normal dog. That's his whole thing. I don't think he's an outlier. I think he's just a part of the population of animals that was not granted sapience for whatever reason. It's the biggest mystery. Like this guy. Yeah. We need the shovel.
Might come in handy. I think I'll borrow it.
And we can paint ourselves. So this is not a nice, fancy facility or anything. This is literally just a bucket of paint and a brush, which I'm pretty sure is not how it works. But sure, we'll go with a cool blue color.
Ziggity! I'll try a new paint job. That'll be fun! Ooh, cool blue.
Well, I hope it's non-toxic.
I look good.
Yeah, see, I mean, with sapience brings vanity.
Fun.
We're gonna go back to purple, though, just because this will be used in a video, probably, so I'd rather just not have to explain the color differences. Even though I think I already did change color in the other game.
That one kind of tickled.
That's interesting. So they do have some sort of, you know, sensory information through their metal. It's not super surprising, I suppose. If they eat food and they enjoy certain foods more than others, they have various senses other than sight and sound. We're down in the grasslands for now. We're gonna go ahead and go to the Arctic land real quick.
Hey, there's a rope inside. This could come in handy. I think I'll borrow it.
Okay, I think we have everything we need to finish the Arctic land. So here we come across, well, first of all, I mean, I didn't mention it, but yes, there was a giant log on the road leading into grassland. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, number one, Outback Al. Well, also, where the fuck is Outback Al? Where did he go? You never see him in the game again until the end. He went into the zoo, he drove off, and then I think he went to get high, to be honest. I think he's hiding behind some bushes somewhere, just token up. But anyways, here's perhaps the most dangerous thing.
Arctic land is sure cold. Look at
Another indication that they can feel.
It looks dangerous. We better be quiet, Pep, or we might cause an avalanche. That was a close one. Achoo! Phew! Oh my goodness! That avalanche almost got us. Now how are we gonna get through?
So yeah, not only is Arctic land actually like really fucking cold to drive through, which is probably a big hamper on the enjoyability of your guests here, rather than some sort of like contained exhibits and stuff. Two, the slightest sound on the way into Arctic land triggered a massive avalanche that could have just buried your customers in, you know, however many pounds of snow. Putt-Putt says that it was dangerous, which means that it is quite detrimental to him if he had actually been caught in that. Yeah, Outback Al's just like, yeah, fuck it, bro. I don't know. I don't give a shit. It's ridiculous. And then it's up to Putt-Putt to carve a path through here. But it's opening fucking day. And he obviously carves just a big enough path for him to get through as a child. Which means that someone else is going to actually have to come through and clear out all this snow to make it a path again for the much larger adult vehicles that are going to come through. Insane. Fucking Outback Al.
I keep dreaming about blankets and hot sun. I'm tired of being cold.
Yeah, and speaking of insane, this level of negligence is just startling. This is a snake who belongs in the Jungle Land area. He is sitting on an ice patch in Arctic land, presumably near death from hypothermia. Outback Al, yeah, I don't know. Let's just recruit some local kid to go around and fix all this shit while I get high. Outrageous.
Here you go. Hot cocoa. Thanks, Putt-Putt. I feel much better. I'm going to slither home to my mama. Bye-bye. Bye, little Skeeter. I still need to rescue 4 animals so the zoo can open.
Alright. Now, if we go over here, we get to play one of the mini games. It's Pong, but it's against a polar bear.
Here comes the puck.
Polar bear that stands on 2 legs and uses a hockey stick. So we presume that it's a sapient polar bear, right? I mean, I don't think polar bears can do this.
Mr. Bear, Mr. Fatty Bear, please report to the consent. What a shot! Putt-Putt on a roll!
Rip headphone users. Sorry about that. What was that? Oh, he like latched. No. Whoa, what a smash.
That newcomer is giving the
Yeah, sorry, headphone users. Jesus.
Here we go! He shoots! He scores!
Polar bear is not very good at Pong.
Here comes the puck. Putt-Putt slipped one by.
Jesus.
Underway again.
What are you doing, man?
He scores!
Alright, yeah, that's enough of that. Anyways, there's that. I mean, sapience levels here is hard to say. They don't really say anything, but they obviously are a bit more intelligent than normal penguins.
Yuck, I'm stuck.
Okay, so again, here we have the hippopotamus, who's supposed to be from the jungle. He's caught in Arctic land, in the frozen water, on an ice floe. There are multiple ways that he could die here, and Outback Al does not give a shit.
Stuck.
Thankfully,
Maybe if I move these icebergs around a little bit, I can make a path to the shore.
Thankfully, the penguins here are cooperative and are willing to follow Putt-Putt's instructions. And they're happy about it. Basically, everyone here gives a more shit than Outback Al does. I mean, this game is obviously what inspired this whole idea in this video. Just because I couldn't believe how ridiculous Outback Al is.
Don't be scared. Scared? I'm not scared. Here goes nothing. I'll make my pop proud. Whoa! Ah! Thanks a ton, Putt-Putt. Now I can go home to my pop. Don't mention it. Have a great day. I hope I can rescue 3 more animals.
Okay, and the other way is just the seal family, which we will come back for. Or maybe we won't, actually. No, you're right, I won't, because I usually get the seal last. Okay, let's go pop in there, because it's interesting.
Oh, Sammy.
That will tell us all about seals.
There are over 30 different kinds
Oh yeah, so the different animals each have this plaque, and you can find out seal facts.
It says slide.
Now, presumably, well, no, this must be for cars.
Sammy, my little Samantha.
If this was just for seal use, right? If this was just for the seals to use themselves, like, you know, this guy to do stuff on and things like that, they wouldn't put a sign saying slides. They would say slide, you know, keep off, don't, blah, blah, blah. This would be blocked and barricaded. But no, this is intended for cars to use, such as Putt-Putt, although it seems Putt-Putt sized, doesn't it? Like, how the fuck is Chuck Wagon gonna ride this slide? Outrageous. So it must be kids only, but seems really dangerous, right?
Oh my, oh my.
If Putt-Putt lands in the water, I feel like he's pretty fucked. So he specifically doesn't go in the water. He bounces off and lands back there, and you see nuts and bolts flying off of him from the harsh landing. He doesn't seem bothered, but considering that he can feel things, I don't know how that feels good. This seems very contradictory.
Oh my.
But yeah, there's no guardrails or anything like that. It seems very easy for a car to fall into the Arctic water. Outrageous. 100% outrageous. Much like everything else. Got eerily quiet now. The fuck? What the hell? Why is it so scary? Okay, over to Jungle Land. Ah, one of the biggest examples of Outback Al being a fucking fuckface. So, here is a bridge to get further into Jungle Land. This is at the entrance to Jungle Land. And it's a bridge over a small little pond that has a crocodile in it. Or an alligator, I don't remember what. And in order for Putt-Putt to get over this, he has to swing on this vine using his antenna, which means that the car's antennas are strong enough to hold up the entire weight of the car. This is horrible for 2 reasons. One, it's opening fucking day, and you built... This zoo is for cars to utilize, so... every car that comes in today is going to have to swing across on the vine if they want to get into Jungle Land. Not only that, it's not that the bridge is temporarily out, however. You can see this bridge was constructed so that it was designed that cars had to swing across the vine to get over. He built the zoo like this. You can see the completely clean cuts here, and there's nothing broken or anything like that. Like, this is how Outback Al fucking designed the zoo. And if you fall, or your antenna snaps, which sounds painful as fuck, or the vine snaps, which seems far more likely, you fall into the water with a crocodile, who apparently wants to eat you.
This looks pretty secure.
Oh, yeah. How could it not be?
Whee!
Oh, he doesn't swing on his antenna. I'm sorry. I guess that would be too ridiculous. No, he uses his tires as hands, which we almost never see Putt-Putt do. I don't know what's more ridiculous, really.
There's a toolbox in there. I'll bet Outback Al wouldn't mind a bit if I borrowed these. You never know when they might come in handy. I like our new home.
Great.
Wow! I wonder how I can get up that river. I sure can't swim.
Okay, point number 2. So, he bothered to put up a whole sign indicating that this is the jungle dock. Because to get further into the jungle, you gotta go on the river here. But rather than having like a nice big ferry or something like that, he literally just has a wooden raft comprised of 4 logs. Not only that, one of the logs is fucking missing somehow. How did that happen? But again, it's like, it really only fits Putt-Putt. How are you fitting some of the larger cars? Like, what if Mr. Baldini wants to visit the zoo? He's fucked. Basically, no matter where he wants to go, he's fucked.
There! The raft is fixed. Now Pep and I can go safely up the river.
I mean, look at it. That is only
This is fun.
only suitable for Putt-Putt or like baby cars, which we know exist. But every other car we've ever seen is larger than Putt-Putt, so I don't know how this is possibly going to work. Also, it has no propulsion method, so Putt-Putt has to improvise and use his antenna as a motor. But here's Zanzibar.
Hello down there. Hello up there. Are you Kenya the lion cub? I sure am. Can you help me out here? I'm stuck up on the rock. Can you jump? Not into the water. I can't swim. Then we're just going to have to figure out another way to help you. Oh, you don't know how happy that would make me.
How the fuck did this lion cub get to that spot? How in the ever-loving fuck? It's so insane. She must have fallen into the river, right? And then the waterfall carried her down and she smashed into this one little, like, rock outcropping. Good God, man. So we can't help her yet, but we'll get to that.
Well, Pep, it looks like we made it to dry land. I wonder if we'll find any of the missing baby animals here.
And then, like, no nice, like, ramp system or anything, despite the overall technology level on display in the zoo. It's just, you have to, like, walk off of it.
sure is dark.
And then it's just left here. There's no other raft. So if someone is over on the other side and wants to go explore Jungle Land, it's like, well, go fuck yourself.
Are you Masai? I sure am, and am I ever in trouble? I got stuck over here, and the drawbridge won't close. There's a giant rock in the way, and it's too heavy to move by myself. I can't believe my dumb luck. Well, maybe I can help. Oh, if you would, I'd be the happiest little giraffe in the world. I miss my mommy. Okay, Masai. Get ready to help. You got it. That was the best fun ever. Now I just need to close the drawbridge.
Why is there a drawbridge at all? Why is there a drawbridge? What purpose does that serve? Why was there a massive boulder in the river? What is happening?
I wish that old draw... Maybe this will do the trick. Yes! I got it! You made it! I sure did. Thanks for saving me. Say, I didn't catch your name. Putt-Putt. Thanks, Putt-Putt. You're welcome. Bye, Kenya. 2 more animals still need my help.
I mean, here we get another great indication of just how big the zoo is. Look at how far away Arctic Land is from here. Look at how far down this scenic path was. I mean, that was that little cave we just went in. It's a massive fucking zoo. Run by one very stupid car. I think opening day, interestingly enough, is going to be the same day as closing day forever. Because as soon as the government catches wind of this, I can't imagine this stays open for more than 3 minutes.
Whoa!
Here's the river rapids that you get to go down on your tiny wooden raft that apparently can just easily break apart because it's not, like, sealed with anything. It's just a couple ropes holding together a wooden log. Look at how insane!
Yippee!
I mean, obviously, Putt-Putt don't give a fuck about anything. Like, he's happy to risk his life, but you got parents coming in here with their kids and shit. Like, crazy. Outrageous, man. Anyways, I'm pretty sure there's one animal left.
Now I just have to...
Oh, yeah. Oh, right.
I missed you, Mama.
Nice that Putt-Putt always keeps a steady 5 miles per hour.
You did it, Putt-Putt! I'm so excited! Thanks a bunch for helping me, Putt-Putt. Now I can go see my mommy. I'm glad everything turned out okay, Masai. You be careful going home. I will. I still need to rescue one more animal so the zoo can open.
Alright, let's go get the seal. Sammy. Back across the vine. He loves it. There's also another mini game that we can play, the watering hole. It's really shitty.
It says watering hole.
You got time for a game of animal tag?
So obviously,
Hey, let the game begin. It's gonna be fun.
the stork is pretty sapient, but the rest of these animals, I'm really not sure.
Why don't you pick a level to start at?
He treats them as just a game.
Wow! You're not messing around, are you?
Round 22.
Try and get 5 gazelles and 10 rhinos and 9 zebras.
Hey, you got me.
Well, okay, no, the zebras do talk. They are sapient. I don't know if we count that as talking. Yeah, this is the game. This is the whole game. It's amusing for about 2.5 seconds. And then it's no longer amusing. Even as a kid, I was like, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it, fam.
Hey, you got me. Hey, you got me. Hey, you got me.
It's not the highlight of Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo, to say the least. And you may as well click on them. You'd think that they throw in like some false ones that you shouldn't click on, but no. You just click on anything that pops up on the screen.
9 cheetahs and 9 peacocks and 5 flamingos. You
Okay.
sure you gotta go?
I'm quite sure.
See you again.
Yeah, you enjoy yourself here.
Our new home is great! Hey! You must be Sammy Seal. What happened? I was having a great time splishing and splashing. Then all of a sudden, the dam closed. Now I'm stuck. Maybe I can help. Oh boy! I bet if we figure out a way to open the dam, you could swim home. Of course I could. I'm a super duper swimmer extraordinaire.
Yep, that's the one.
This.
Why is there a dam here? Is that necessary? How did the seal get here? This dam closed automatically? Did Outback Al just like, yeah, fuck it, I don't know, close the dam. We don't give a shit.
This is fun. Hurry home, Sammy Seal. And good luck. I rescued all of the missing animals. I'd better go tell Outback Al. Hey,
You're
Outback
sweating.
Al. I rescued all
Sweating.
the lost baby animals.
Terrific! Putt-Putt, you saved the zoo! I can't thank you enough! Follow me! Welcome, mates, to the grand opening of the Cartown Zoo! Today, I've got someone very special with me. And we never could have opened the place without him. Thanks to Putt-Putt's courage and bravery, we're gonna give him this Junior Zookeeper Award.
I saved your fucking business and your life, man. Are you kidding me? I should get like 50% share of this zoo.
Now, Putt-Putt, how about doing the honors and cutting the ribbon?
You bet.
Enjoy the zoo, Putt-Putt. It's going to be a grand day.
Oh, I bet.
Ziggity.
I bet there'll be no incidents.
Sure is, Outback Al.
Alright, and so here we can see the cars filtering in. And look, you can they use the vine. You can see them use the vine and stuff. And so we get to see our series of pictures that we didn't take. Yep. Nice and blurry. Okay, racing around. Nice. Overloading his hollow cavity there. Hanging out with the penguins. There's Outback Al with a net looking for Fatty Bear. Oh yeah, you can click on these. Forgot. Nice. Oh, this is a really suggestive looking image though. Look at this. Why did they pick this angle? It looks like Putt-Putt's getting an eye full of ass and he's loving it. What the hell? That giraffe ass.
We are the topiary creatures.
That Gussie. What a funny image. I'm gonna use this as like the thumbnail for the Exploring Series video.
With the kangaroos,
G'day, matey. Well, who do we have here? G'day, matey. Well, who do we have here?
Okay.
See our clients, the giant jacks. You'll learn about the lions in advertising tie-ins, and maybe learn some science back. Welcome to the zoo.
It's like a Heroes on Might and Magic sound effect.
The monkey and the chimpanzee,
Woo!
canaries, the carries, the bears are all here.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wow, look at me, he loves ass. And then we get the voice actors and their photos. And yeah, they're kids. How unusual. These days it would just be some adult female voice actor.
We are the topiary creatures.
You know, they actually brought in some youngins.
So they're exact, but now they're like the Sammy. We could win a Grammy if we let you interact.
Okay, and that's Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo. Yeah, it's... I mean, you'd think him going to the moon is like, okay, that's got to be the most ridiculous game, right? No, it's not. Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo defies more logic than him going to the zoo and meeting aliens and the all-powerful man in the moon. Because Outback Al defies all reason and logic. It's still a classic. If I was ever dumb enough to have a child, I would want them to play Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo at some point in their young age. I do have a lot of fond memories of this game, and certainly as a kid, you're never thinking about any of this shit, you know? I was having a tough enough time just beating the game, you know? Like, the first time you play this as a kid, it's like, holy shit. It feels like so big, it feels like such a big game. It's like, oh god, how do I do this? How do I help the fucking snake? Yeah, I mean, if you're young enough, it is definitely a challenge to complete. And I'm sure I spent hours, but these days, yeah, like you can speedrun this game in like under a minute. Is it the best game in the Putt-Putt series? I don't know. It's the best one so far, I would say. And I think a big part of that was the art style change. I think that did help a lot to make it just more fun and cartoonish and like more modern feeling. I think it holds up a lot better than the first two in that sense. I think the theme is pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, Goes to the Moon is kind of daunting. There's all these weird aliens and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, it's a bit more questionable for children compared to just, yeah, rescuing baby animals at the zoo and blah blah blah. And I don't know. But we're gonna play the other Putt-Putt games that I have never played, and we will see. But yeah, certainly Saves the Zoo is gonna comprise a decent chunk of the Exploring Series video. And I really want to paint Outback Al as by far the greatest villain of the series, because my god. But anyways, my name is Mangg, this has been Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo, and I'll see you fine folks next time.